Hello YouTube, my name is Michael Foster, otherwise known as the Troll King, and welcome to my channel. A quick glance will show you I don't actually currently have any content, so I guess this is really going to be more of a mission statement than anything else. I just kind of wanted to dip my toes in and see what the upload process even looked like, and so I guess it's a convenient enough opportunity to discuss a little bit of why I even felt the need to do it. I don't necessarily have a singular demographic in mind for this because my interests are really far ranging. I follow a lot of different channels. I watch a lot of different things. And so, I am a competitive bodybuilder. I've been lifting weights since 2011. I love music. Extreme metal definitely holds the highest throne in my heart, but I love a lot of different kinds of music. I love to cook. I love comics. I love comic book related media. I love fantasy and sci-fi movies and books ever since I was a kid. I played D&D. So there's just a lot of different things that I'd love to do. I'd love to show some cooking. I'd love to obviously show workouts, maybe some vlog stuff. I'd love to do album reviews, interviews with, if I get to a point of where I'm, a popular enough channel that anybody would really care about wanting to come on and talk to me. But apart from that, I'd said the vlog part, the part that I really think might be a cool thing about this channel, potentially, is, I have a full-time job where I do security at a nuclear power plant. So I work 12.5-hour shifts. I rotate every month between days and nights. So that poses problems for competitive bodybuilding and just physique goals in general. Your circadian rhythm's getting messed up, going back and forth. So a lack of sleep, you really, really got to be on top of your meal prep because there's just not a lot of room for error. Different problems with, I'm married, been very happily married. I've been with my wife, married since 2017, but we've been together since 2012. And so there's complications in that matter, not seeing her as often as I would like, things of that nature. And also to kind of spice it up a little bit, she is pregnant with our first child who is due in September. So I kind of, for myself, want to see, is it possible even to do this? Obviously I'm not a pro, but I'm aspiring toward getting to that level and just getting better in general. Is it possible to do it? Because so much of what you see is pros who are already pros, and none of the advice they give is wrong in terms of, well, sleep is the most important thing and this, that, and the other. Well, for some of us, unless you're, you started way early and just didn't have any of those kind of responsibilities beforehand, it's just not possible. This job creates, I'm talking about the negatives and the complications, but one of the necessary things that it's done is obviously I have the money to do the things that I want to do, specifically bodybuilding, which is not a cheap sport at all. The grocery bills alone, we're looking at between $250 and $300 a week just for me, for my groceries, for the food that I eat, on top of supplementation and things of that nature. So I need to have it. So it's kind of a friction. And I don't know if anybody's interested in watching that at all, but I decided I watched a lot of YouTube and I just hadn't seen that covered a lot in all the different stuff that I look at. So I thought maybe that would be cool. So anyways, this is just obviously dialogue. So if you don't care, you don't care, but I will begin soon uploading videos, specifically workouts and cooking will probably be the first things I do. Maybe do interviews with some people that are close to me to kind of attack that angle of showing the different, specifically my coach. I know I wanted to talk to him and see, is there any, he's a pro and he's got the same kind of, I met him doing security, but he does his own thing, but he still has that same kind of schedule. So just kind of pick his brain a little about, what it takes to coach somebody with that job versus what is it, he's actually reached the top of that mountain with the same kind of situation. So I think that'd be pretty interesting. Beyond that, if anyone is watching this, I guess, as videos go on and you like or dislike certain things, I guess there's, like, subscribe, comment, stuff like that. I'll check it, probably pretty frequently because brand new channel, it should be pretty easy to keep up with. But I guess that's kind of it. Just, if nobody watches this, that's cool. It's, it's probably more of a vanity project anyways. But if someone does, then I hope it helps in some way. Either, shows you that something can be done or just makes you laugh. I'm not a life coach. I really can't give you any motivation. If it's not coming from within, then you might just not do it. But anyways,